I intend to enjoy the time I have left. Life is precious. Enjoy every single second. You never know when.
Look, I'm not sure how close to death Tony Todd was in real life at this point, but just to think these were his last words on celluloid is so poignant and is making me tear up a bit. R.I.P., good sir, you brought so many of us years of joy on television and in the cinema. In order to save the kids, Duncan holds on to this flare way too long, and longer than I think most flares would even allow, but kudos to Duncan for holding on. And kudos to the movie for giving Mahershala something interesting to do.
Good. Bad. I don't eat from that tree.
Just once in my life, I hope to have as much fun doing something as Jim Carrey is having being in this movie.
We could do some tricks together.
The whole point of the kid was so that you could do the tricks without me.
God bless Alan Arkin for now and for always. Okay, this movie rules. Holy shit, this f***ing shot. Holy shit, fine. Even I am not immune to cool-ass sci-fi weapons and shit. Impromptu coordinated battle choreography is somehow impromptu and also coordinated. And also totally f***ing rad. Traveling, I don't know why the world I'm in. Well, damn, Miles Canton hitting home runs with his singing and acting chops during his freshman outing on the big screen automatically makes him a double threat to the sin counter.
Blues. It wasn't forced on us like that religion. We brought this with us from home. It's sacred and big.
Delroy Lindo being all Delroy Lindo and
conjuring spirits from the past.
Somebody take me.
And the future.
Okay, this one shot where we see the past, present, and future merging into the same place and time was a big, risky swing into the surreal. Love it or hate it, it's the kind of visual and sonic experience that pushes the medium forward, challenges the viewer, and makes movies worth watching. And on top of expressing the themes and symbols that the movie wants to drive home, it has warmed this sinner's heart. We've seen Remick almost die by sunlight once already, yet he still thinks he has time for this. But also, I'm glad he takes time for this. It's a fun, chilling scene with more great music that expands our understanding of the character.
Like if he told me to take a jumpy out a window, I'd surely do.
Not much to say about this scene except that Kiernan Shipka is f***ing awesome in it.
You're not a child because you were allowed to grow up.
One super positive from this movie is that they cast Alicia Witt for this role, and she f***ing nails it. We've underestimated the wit for far too long. Pains me not to be able to play any of the music for you. But these stylized K-pop musical ass-whoopings are possibly the coolest things ever animated on the twos since Miles Morales. Also, this song, Golden, absolutely rules. Am I going to take a sin off every time there's a new song in this movie? So far, yes.
Yeah! Yeah!
In this job, it's often stuff in the background that brings the most sins, but in this movie, it's the stuff in the background that makes it sing. There's so many throwaway gags, like these suitcases being unloaded by just haphazardly throwing them on the ground, and they happen with a subtlety that trusts the audience to pay attention. There's humor in every nook and cranny of this film, and I'm taking a sin off for the pleasure I've experienced delicately exploring their crannies.
A vast commercial development built by me. Do you have any idea what was out there just 5 years ago?
Yeah!
You bet you do.
Normally, you would not be going 65 down the wrong way of a one-way street.
I'm gonna knock a sin off for the great John Houseman. He removes sins the old-fashioned way. He earns it.
And if he didn't, who did? And where the hell was I?
Okay, there are probably lots of jokes I could remove a sin for, but this one gets me every single time.
In fact, I bought her a harp for Christmas. She asked me what it was.
Fine, take another. What are you doing to me, Naked Gun?
It's true what they say, cops and women don't mix. It's like eating a spoonful of Drano. Sure, it'll clean you out. It'll leave you hollow inside.
None of that makes even the slightest bit of sense, but Leslie Nielsen sells it like it's Shakespeare, and it makes me laugh like an idiot. I love this joke where 3 different newspapers somehow captured Frank and the Queen in 3 different sexual positions, and it probably deserves at least 3 sins off for being such a clever joke. But I am gonna add 1 and subtract 2.5 sins. I hate having to show this moment without showing the first 2 strikes because the context and build-up is important, but this is an all-time hilarious moment in this movie with Frank calling a strike before the ball even gets there. Gonna remove another sin here for these credits, which bury additional jokes and make it worth your while to delay the ushers from cleaning the auditorium. We can't really play it, but I'll go ahead and get a sin removal out of the way for the songs in this thing that ride that perfect line of ridiculous enough to get a laugh, but proficient enough to sound authentic. It's a masterful balance that is sure to not leave a dry seat in the house.
You'd like bigger bread?
Exactly. I don't understand how...
You could fold this, though. I mean, you could
well, no, then it's half the size.
No,
Christopher Guest is a legend. Is this marquee running gag getting a sin off? Yes, it is, because it's hilarious. Okay, run this back and slow it down because this is actually pretty cool. Yelena throws a knife, the phase-shifting person catches it and throws it at Taskmaster, who uses their shield to redirect it toward fake Captain America, who catches it right before it hits his face, only for him to then attack Yelena with it.
I think Bob's dark side got superpowers.
I'm taking another sin off here for how awesome Wyatt Russell is in this movie.
Crowd loves blood, and they love those who love blood as much as they do. And you, my friend, rage pours out of you like...
Denzel is fucking phenomenal in this movie, and we might as well just get this out of the way right now. He brought the head here and is turning it so it stares at them.
I don't like your jerk-off face, I don't like your jerk-off behavior, and I don't like you. Jerk off.
I feel obligated to pay a sin removal tax here purely for the amount of times this movie has provided me with glorious outtake fuel. Since his name is on screen, I'll just go ahead and bow to the great Rick Baker and his ability to make me believe Eddie Murphy could be every single actor in this entire movie.
Come on, Cleveland. Come over here. Come on in. Where's your walk? Then you're gonna limp back. You walk over, but you're limping back.
Eddie Murphy is firing on all cylinders in these family scenes. I'm gonna have to take another sin away, aren't I? This whole song is awesome. Olivia Colman is awesome. And these movies are awesome at awesome people being awesome.
And I have faith that you will survive.
I may just keep taking sins off for Olivia Colman, and there's nothing you can do to stop me.
What? What?
Wait. What?
I may just keep taking sins off for Olivia Colman and Antonio Banderas, and there's nothing you can do to stop it. This guy, whoever he is pretty good at singing. I'm giving another sin off just because Diana Ross is singing again.
One particle of unobtainium has a nuclear reaction with a flux capacitor. Carry the two, changing its atomic isotoner into a radioactive spider. F you, science.
I can't let this go without removing a sin.
F you, Glee.
Finally, something we can agree on.
You're in too deep, man. Yesterday, I found a college application on your desk.
This is a very funny line that is a perfect, silly send-up of deep cover movies. Let's be honest, for all its contrivances, this scene is pretty damn good. Iconic, maybe. And truthfully, the only reason most people remember Die Hard on a Mountain. Go ahead, take your sin back. Can't play it for you, but this Philip Glass, Burkhard Dolwitz score during this Revelation scene is fucking dynamite. I'm taking a sin off for it. Damn it, this image is so powerful and this movie is so good, I'm gonna have to take another sin off. Power of Christoph compels me. The power of Christoph compels me.
Who are you? I am the creator of a television show.
I've always loved how Ed Harris puts the slight pause after creator. The God complex isn't subtle in this movie. I mean, the guy's name is Christoph, for Christ's sake. And his security guards have love him, protect him shirts on, and probably purity rings, even though I can't prove it. But the line reading is sublime.
In case I don't see ya, good afternoon, good evening, and good night.
Just take another sin off. If you don't feel something after this, then, well, you're probably a normal person. I don't want to say something like you're not human or some shit, because that's just silly. That's something an AI search engine might tell you one night when you miss a stoplight on a CAPTCHA and it gets really personal.
What else is on?
Yeah, let's do what else.
Where's the TV guy?
Ah, it. This is the perfect ending. Take off some more before we cease transmission.
We are.
Regardless of how sillier and sillier these entries get, Tom Hardy's dual performance is one of the best things going on in film currently. I will miss it. Okay, I don't know exactly what's going on right now, and I've given this thing a bunch of shit already just for existing, but I would be a charlatan wizard if I did not acknowledge how much effort went into the design and creation of this impressive performance. Also, if this video causes you to research the illusory truth effect, that is a good thing. So I'll take a sin off because I believe this is going to happen for at least a few viewers. This doesn't make the movie good or anything, and even though there are match cuts in this sequence, I do have appreciation for this uninterrupted take that starts in the courtroom, follows Arthur down this pile of rocks, enters the backseat of this car, and ends up back outside as we watch Arthur run away from the Joker fans. Even bad movies deserve a sin off sometimes. She's watching Frasier? That's -5 sins no matter the reason. Sorry, Frasier is one of the best 5 sitcoms ever made. My hands are tied here. Darcy punches Cleaver and it's glorious.
No, please! Cigarettes in Arkansas only cost $6. You f***ed up.
Here's one of many sins we're going to give off for Betty Gilpin's performance in this movie.
A minor that might make somebody want to try something is...
God damn it, I love Betty Gilpin so much.
Tears of the Sun. That's actually what they called it. Tears of the Sun.
Why is the sun crying?
This kind of feels like a jab at us and others like us. Here's a sin removed. This finale is pretty f***ing rad, and I'll back it in a fight against anything you see from your standard Rock, Statham, or Neeson finales.
I'm still alive, only I'm very badly burned.
Okay, fine. This running gag is hilarious, and I'll reward it with 1 million sins off. I'm just kidding. Be glad for the one. You might expect me to say that this Formula One-ing goes on for all the montages sometime, but it actually gives me a chance to appreciate that these are real people in real cars on an actual F1 track. And that is a commitment to authenticity that beats the shit out of green screens and CGI every time. Somebody thought this montage would sustain me through the credits, but failed to realize I would have happily had a blank screen and Michael Giacchino's score, given that it is f***ing fantastic to the power of 4.
People were going to die!
David Corenswet is perfect as Superman, and this movie gets the character better than we've seen in quite a while. Excuse me, while I fly around the earth in reverse for a bit to subtract a sin.
So my envy is a calling, because it is what has driven me to annihilating you.
Nicholas f***ing Holt.
Maybe one day you'll give me a name.
4's a name.
So is Gary.
The fact that the amazing Alan Tudyk ad-libbed this line and is now listed as Gary in the credits is going to pull another sin removal out of me. Damn you, Tudyk! Okay, fine. This transformation scene is better and more meaningful than any single transforming scene in the history of any of the movies. I'm not an unfeeling robot. Take your sin back.
Battle mask! It appeared when this guy tried to... Knife hands? I have knife hands!
Oftentimes, when a movie focuses on a pop star, the songs they create sound nothing like a pop song one would actually hear, but damn it, this movie released a genuine Sky Riley EP, and I'll be damned if it doesn't contain some legit bops that I can't get out of my head. Authenticity sin removal.
You'll spend years of your life chasing success,
I think we all underestimated how good Naomi Scott could be as an actress. Everything that works in this movie is 100% because of her performance. It's a powerhouse one-woman show that will never get the accolades it deserves because horror movie. But I'm not going to overlook it. Now remove a sin before I start thinking about how much I hated the first movie.
That broad's out there crying still, right? In the exit room. You're still in the exit room.
Kevin Costner has some amazing line deliveries in this movie. Some of the best of his career.
Come on, Brad!
Also, look, despite any flaws we found leading up to this moment, this is still a hell of a twist. Maybe one of the best. Definitely should be talked about more. Let's remove a sin before I'm reminded how gross Isaac was as a character. I'm taking 3 sins off for what is, in my opinion, the best song in the movie and for Satan's vocal performance.
Welcome to the new world.
I once watched a version of this movie which was edited for time and they cut out this part. None of the romance subplot, none of the montages, but this part. The best f***ing part! I'm still mad about it, but not about this part. This part, I like.
Attack it! Attack it!
They filmed this shot practically, and I just like watching the clip of them doing it.
Hey.
This guy in costume just walking by casually looking like one of her delusions is hilarious. F***ed up, yes, but hilarious.
Everybody and their mums is packing around there.
Like who? Farmers? Who else?
Farmers' mums.
God damn it. I held out 21 minutes, and that's 20 minutes longer than I expected.
Narp.
Listen, I'm not taking a sin off for this amazing fence-jumping callback to Shaun of the Dead, because that would be excessive, and I can already feel Chris bristling at the amount of removals in this. Look, Chris, a swan!
Narp.
We can't accept gifts from someone we've officially rebuked, so, jog on.
Look, Chris, swans everywhere!
Narp.
I don't know, quite like a little midnight gobble.
Quick! I think the swans have finally overpowered Chris, but who knows how long we have? Jeremy!
Narp.
Do feel free to spool through.
Yeah, I'm not even mad that this joke was lifted directly from Airplane. Like much of this movie's blatant thievery from other films, it was fun and unexpected. Wait, why is that swan wearing Chris's bloodstained shirt? Oh well, narps abound!
Narp. Yarp. Yarp. Narp.
What's your name?
Aaron Aarons.
Sorry?
If you don't get that one, just watch the movie again. Hell, you can watch it 2 more times back to back and it would still be fun. Oh shit, the swans are finished with Chris and now they're after me! Chris lives on in swan form! Ah!
Narp.
What's your case?
Our case is simply this.
The idea of a lawyer not being able to lie and Jim Carrey being the one to do it is about as perfect and hilarious a combination as there has been in the history of film, and that is the truth. So, am I going to take a sin off for the greatest outtake package in the history of cinema? Yes, I am.
I will not leave until I have completed this task, which has delayed me, damaged me, and violated my protocols.
Damn it! The parenting metaphors in this movie are so f***ing perfect that they're delaying, damaging, and violating my sinning protocols.
But you can call me Roz.
Okay, god damn it. Movie, take your sin back, you awesome fucking piece of animated emotions.
Look at the stars.
You don't tell me what to do, but also respect. Also, this always wanted a brother song rules, and Lion Manuel deserves a sin-off for providing some joy to this otherwise dreary movie.
If revelation by God is filtered through man, and man is flawed and man sins and man lies, then how do we know any of it's true?
Preach it!
We know it's true because of how it makes us feel.
Aha! I'm telling you, old Hugh Grant playing a villain is some god-tier shit. I'm removing 3 fucking sins, if only because I just remember how amazing he was in Paddington 2. God damn it, movie. You've already earned sins off, but then you had to go and pan out from live action to his previously shown wooden model of the home's layout and fucking take another sin, you devious bastard. But also... Snow White is now singing the iconic Whistle While You Work. And if I'm going to call any song from the 30s a banger, it might as well be this one.
Apple Dumpkins.
Crapple Dumpkins! Crapple Dumpkins. I talk a lot of shit, but I would be remiss if I didn't show some respect to all the artists involved in bringing these scenes to life. And if I didn't acknowledge that when this movie came out, it was quite an accomplishment and a boon for the film industry. See, I know how to judge things based on the period in which they were made.
Ole.
John Turturro gives us possibly the best departure salutation in the history of cinema.
And it touches to the deepest of human concerns. Are we alone?
Carl Sagan, lamenting your loss by only projecting one of the sides of the movie you shot in 3D. James Cameron would never. But also, this transition that starts with him watching his movie starring Sparky and carries us through his day is beautiful, and it captures the feeling of loss in such a way that I can't help but lose a sin.
But your children's heads, I can take them and crack them open. This is what I try to do, to get at their brains.
God, I miss Martin Landau. What a gift. This is the kind of nostalgia I can get on board with. Don Lowe got sent to Alaska in the first Mission Impossible, and this is a perfect time to bring him back, giving him a happy life and further redemption.
Well, someone's got to break the ice, and it might as well be me. I mean, I'm used to being a hostess. It's part of my husband's work.
We can't play all this dialogue spewing forth from Mrs. Peacock, but trust me when I say, Eileen f***ing Brennan.
Your first husband also disappeared.
But that was his job. He was an illusionist.
But he never reappeared.
He wasn't a very good illusionist.
The dialogue in this movie rules.
I know who did it, and furthermore, I'm going to tell you how it was all done.
We're about to spend a little over 20 minutes with Tim Curry giving us his best Butler Sherlock Holmes impression, spouting off who done it, why done it, and how done it. We'll find some stuff to sin, and it definitely buttles on for all the some time, but it is all the glorious some time. And I have to remove 1 + 2 + 2 + 1 sins.
I hated her so much. It flames on the side of my face.
Madeline Kahn.
Grab me a half iced tea and half lemonade.
Arnold Palmer.
No. Jack Nicklaus, but I do get that a lot.
1 cent off for the goat with a sense of humor.
I'm Vern Lundquist, along with my partner Jack Beard and my new partner, DJ Omar Gosh.
Truly bitchin' to be here, Vern.
Golf is kind of a stodgy sport, so getting all these PGA golfers and announcers to go along with the silliness of this film is definitely worth a send-off.
Robert, try not to blow up the world.
The tension in this Trinity scene is just magnificent. The shots, the music, the editing. Genuinely, I have to say this scene is the bomb. I'll offer this sin removal as penance for what just happened here. Downey Jr. is incredible in this movie. Please don't ever let him put on a suit made of iron ever again.
I think you ought to know I'm feeling very depressed.
Alan Rickman was, frankly, a genius bit of casting and is, ironically, an absolute joy as Marvin.
42.
Okay, fine. I'm giving this a sin off. This will never not be funny. And removing some bonus sins for coming to this answer exactly at the 42-minute mark.
A sperm whale had been called into existence several miles above the surface of an alien planet. And since this is not a naturally tenable position for a whale...
Look, as hilarious as this is, I can't in good conscience give this movie a sin off for something that Douglas Adams wrote. What I can do is add a sin for not including even more of the funny shit he wrote instead.
It's a sort of a tingling in my... Well, I suppose I better start finding names for things.
Seriously, the whale section of The Hitchhiker's Guide to the Galaxy deserves a sin off, but I'm going to add a sin for this whale having too big a vocabulary while also somehow not having a good enough vocabulary.
Curiously, the only thing that went through the mind of the bowl of petunias as it fell was, oh no, not again.
Fine, I'll take 3 sins off because I was being a dick earlier. I have to start this thing with a sin-off for these hilarious fake trailers and commercials that open the movie. And more films about films should do this.
Here. What's this? I don't know what it's called. I just know the sound it makes when it lies.
You are not well heard. It's only a matter of time before you hurt someone else. Malevolence is festering in you. I see it.
Tandy Wright is exceptional as Pearl's mother, Ruth. She is able to both convey the evil, fire and brimstone preaching mother character in Carrie, but also Ruth isn't wrong about Pearl's potential to be a downright evil killing machine if given the chance. It's a Pearl character in a horror film with all kinds of layers, and that is a rarity that is impossible not to remove at least one sin for.
I hate you so much for leaving me here sometimes. I hope you die.
Okay, there's zero chance we get through this very well-acted monologue that goes on for almost 8 minutes without removing a sin. Mia Goth is just so good in this movie, and this is the scene where she really shines. Out of all the scary and disturbing shit this movie and X have to offer, Ty West masterfully makes Mia Goth smiling at the camera for 1 minute and 49 seconds, the scariest and most disturbing sequence in the franchise so far. That's giving high marks to both West's directing and Goth's acting. Great stuff.
What does it feel like?
Honestly, I feel worse when I don't do it. Like my insides are itchy. You know, like that second right before you sneeze? That's close to it. Then I shapeshift, and I'm free.
The way this movie so effortlessly describes the queer experience through this metaphor of shapeshifting is goddamn brilliant. And I love how simple Nimona makes the explanation. We overcomplicate so many things in life, and it just doesn't have to be that way. So take a sin off before you do some more newsposition or something. Here we have a montage that rivals the opening sequence of Up in terms of conveying maximum emotional impact with minimal dialogue. And an excellent representation of PTSD. This is a suicide attempt right here. And I'm sorry, I know Nimona the movie has already addressed so many deep issues, but it has one more for you if you are able to handle it. Nimona is now seeing herself the way the kingdom folk are seeing her, as a monster. She sees no way to live where she will not be viewed as a monster, and she finds that life unacceptable, unbearable, and inescapable. So she opts to let herself be killed because that is now viewed by her as less suffering than continuing to endure the constant barrage of antagonism. This fucking movie had some clinical psychiatrists on staff or something, because it is absolutely dealing with multiple mental health concerns with sensitivity and understanding, and I am crying more about that than I am the cry-worthy impending ending of this movie.
Yes, I want to keep you abreast of some of the changes in my career.
During his entire transition back into Danny, he manages to come up with so many puns about his body that relate to his career that I want to sin it for him being able to pun so calmly and effortlessly in this situation. But game recognized game.
Oh my God! The whole time you were... The whole time!
The absolute glory of Sally.
死んでこいなんて命令。律儀に守ったってこの戦争の結果はとうに見えてる。
The way this movie deals with a theme of honorable sacrifice in relation to Japanese culture and customs is brilliant from beginning to end. But I came here to sin a giant monster doing giant monster shit, so take your removal so we can get on to the good stuff. Holy shit, this whole scene is so goddamn badass. Godzilla minus one more!
思えばこの国は命を粗末にしすぎてきました。
This whole speech wrestling with the cultural sins of war is astonishing. Taking off another sin. Tyler's arm is on fire and he keeps fighting as if his arm is not on fire. And I can't figure out if I think that's the coolest thing in the world or if I hate it. I'll take your sin back. All right, around 20 minutes of this film is shot and edited to make it look like one shot. And the way this moves the viewer through the space is impressive. See, I know how to give respect where respect is due.
This is Logan. He's usually shirtless, but he's let himself go since the divorce.
For the record, this sin removal is for Hugh Jackman being such a good fucking sport.
I'm going to boil your brains on an atomic level whilst flicking my bean to the Enya box set.
It's quite possible we don't give Emma Corrin nearly enough credit for helping make this movie worth watching. This line and her performance deserve a sin off.
Original recipe or Van Milder here? Ah, that's funny. I can gently tap the fourth wall too. The proposal.
Shh, just take your sin back, you fucker. As I see the composer credit here, I'm reminded that this scene also doesn't contain any score. It just lets the drill team do their and take their time. And you bet your sweet can that I'm taking a sin off for this. One of the most iconic opening credit scenes of all time deserves a sin off, if only because none of these fools drops their rifle, but also because it speaks to the movie's themes about conformity, rules, rituals, and working as a team. Wait, is that the first time we've ever removed sins back to back? It is? Remove another one! Hey, you know what this movie doesn't do? Even though it goes back and forth between Cuba and DC, there aren't any title cards except for very specific buildings within the cities. Rob Reiner was trusting his audience to recognize landmarks all the way back in 1992. God bless him.
How the hell is your dad, Danny?
He passed away 7 years ago, sir.
Directly after
after Jessup tells a story designed to disarm the room and tell everyone he knows his opponent and knows more than anyone present, he's undercut with information he didn't know. And it's not only hilarious, it's literally the beginning of the end. This very moment is where Jessup realizes he doesn't own as much as he thinks, and where Danny Kaffee realizes this guy is at least sometimes faking his omniscience. Everything that follows from both these guys is informed by this one moment. One sin removed. All hail the Sorkin.
He eats breakfast 300 yards away from 4,000 Cubans that are trained to kill him.
One of the best movie moments ever, and only partly because it was improvised.
I want the truth! You can't handle the truth!
How is this line still chill-inducing after all these years?
I have lots of items. Which one do you think will work the best? A roll of tape? A rubber duck?
No time!
Huh?
Come on, Riley. Get it together. Come on, Riley. Get it together.
This representation of an anxiety-induced panic attack feels so authentic that I almost send it for being too intense for a kid's movie. But then I realized some messages are more important than my nitpicky ass, so I decided instead to go with, yeah, mental health is an important thing to understand at any age. And the more ways we give kids and young adults to comprehend it and have words to explain it, the better. Good looking out, Pixar.
And maybe I say a little line like, I was shooting aliens way before I was paid to.
I didn't know the one thing my life was missing was Aaron Taylor Johnson doing a Matthew McConaughey impersonation. But now that I've seen it, I'll never have to live in a world without it.
For you, the day bison graced your village was the most important day of your life. But for me, it was Tuesday.
Am I going to remove a sin on this movie? I'm going to remove a sin for this movie.
These eyes are crying.
These eyes have seen a lot of loves, but they're never gonna see another one like I had with you. Sorry, but this slaps.
You want to fight, Gus?
I sure ain't gonna show you my
I don't care what decade he's in, Sam Elliott This entire gas fight leading to the explosion is not only one of the funniest things ever put on film, but it also subverts the audience's expectations that these characters would be sidekicks for the rest of the movie. I'm taking a sin off for this movie somehow being so smart while being so stupid. Also having Vince Vaughn in your movie and not letting him say a single word. But also having Vince Vaughn in your movie and not letting him say a single word.
This is to keep you here. My friend, Mr. Slugworth, doesn't think nasty little urchins like you should be out on the streets lowering the tone.
Olivia Colman could do f***ing anything. What a beast.
This little baby's gonna stay right here.
This is some incredible physical acting, folks. I know he made it look easy as shit, but the ghosts of Charlie Chaplin and Buster Keaton are sitting up in their graves applauding this shit. You have no idea how hard it is to drop a cigarette into your underwear and then try to go after it while covering your junk and keeping a door open and wielding a gun. Please respect the Gosling. And yes, that needs to be said, because just this week while I was writing these sins, Vanity Fair published an article about how the Barbie movie finally let Ryan Gosling be funny. And that is a super embarrassing way to admit you never saw The Nice Guys or The Big Short. Ryan Gosling can do it all. Wait, did he just kill all those hornets in that bag? Because if he did, then yes. Jackie Chan, just shy of his 50th birthday, being Jackie Chan. F***ing legend. Okay, before we get much further, I'm just going to go ahead and say it. This film is beautifully shot. Rob Hardy did an amazing job on the cinematography here, just like he did in Annihilation. The framing for shots like this is haunting. It quickly establishes a feeling of isolation. So go ahead and take one sin back before I catch Harper eating another apple.
Jesse, you've not got a sense of humor. I suppose you don't need a sense of humor with a pretty face.
Hold it! Right there!
I hate guns.
Toe Cutter is an iconic villain that shifts from menace to comedian seamlessly, and he did well before anyone got hard at the mention of the Joker. I would be mad if I didn't take a sin off for this performance. From what I've heard, the stuntmen who worked on this movie weren't so much acting as they were willing to ride shiny and chrome to Valhalla. I feel compelled to remove a sin because it has been anything but mediocre. I'd be a stupid human if I didn't recognize all the effort that goes into making these movies, and the impressive tech that allows the actors to give such expressive performances. Take your sin back, you damn dirty ape movie. I will say this, the tacky show Fred has envisioned is probably the best part of the movie. It's gloriously ridiculous and prime for disaster, just like an ape show put on by an oil company would be. This bit of satire is super on the nose, but I'll take a sin off for it.
Veggie lasagna for dinner? Everything's come up, Lucas.
Lucas is the best. This f***ing amazeballs is f***ing amazeballs. An action scene shot at a distance all in one take. Hook it up to my veins.
This is yet another great George Miller action set piece that just sucks you in and you forget all about sitting things for a while because sometimes life is too short. Oh, don't worry, I'll get mad to the max again later, but for now, I think I'll relax. And thus begins a visualization of highway carnage so intense and well edited that you will never look at log trucks on the road the same way again. It's in the conversation for best open to a movie ever. And I can't even believe I'm giving a sin off for this movie, but damn, does this scene deserve it? Look, let's not be stupid. The Sam Warren riding scene is worth at least 5 sins off. Man, this is goddamn painful. You can feel the hurt, confusion, and betrayal. Great performances by all! Here, take a sin off.
Nobody makes me bleed my own blood. Nobody!
Okay, fine. Stiller is hilarious. You dodged a sin this time.
Hello, you here? Good.
Mary McDonnell probably has the hardest job in the movie, and she fucking nails it. Especially the way she struggles to remember English, like an authentic American.
Missouri?
Missouri? It's the show me state, right?
Yes.
Isn't that what they call it?
This is the scene that everyone talks about in this movie, and rightfully so. Jesse Plemons, who we almost always see as a normal, down-to-earth, nice guy in other movies, is scary as in this scene. But it should be noted that the rest of the cast here make him even more terrifying by how brilliantly they react to him. This and this are not okay. This is beautiful. This is just fucking weird.
Listen to me. I do security checks all over the nation. And with the exception of Cleveland, this place has the worst security in the nation.
Eddie Murphy's delivery through this entire movie is worth a sin off. And that's before we even get to the genius that is Cleveland just out here catching strays. No matter how silly these movies get in the original franchise, I will never not be amazed at the awesome ape makeup work. And they did this shit in 1970.
If you don't let me gut out this house and make it my own, I will go insane and I will take you with me!
No one freaks the out like Catherine O'Hara, and I don't want her freaking the out on me, so here's a sin off. We can't play the music, but the dinner scene, done to the tune of Harry Belafonte's Deo, is not only what this movie is most known for, but probably one of the definitive scenes of the 1980s cinema. And while I don't really understand how after this happens, everyone is giddy and excited to meet the ghosts. It's fun, quirky as hell, and represents how great of a director Tim Burton can be when he's on. Take a sin off before daylight comes and we want to go home. The iconic 60s Batman theme is now playing over this Batmobile departure, and me, I'm only human, guys.
It was noble of that animal to hurl himself into the path of that final torpedo.
A fucking dolphin took a torpedo for them. This movie goes so fucking hard.
You're the big bad wolf in the neighborhood. Not bad meaning bad, but bad meaning good.
You can't successfully complete a Run DMC intro into an action sequence and not expect me to take a sit off. I know it's tricky, but what can I say? It's like that.
I don't know what we're yelling about!
Steve Carell is the heart and soul of what works about this movie. Brick for making me laugh so hard I keep dislocating my ribs.
Not so fast, you ingrates!
This cameo cascade of different news teams ready to West Side Story it up together is so surreal and fun that if I didn't give a sin off for it, I'm pretty sure Dead Meat, Watch Mojo, and Chris Stuckman would all show up with the crew to rumble with me. And honestly, I'm too soft to risk it. I've got to admit, though, this movie is pretty damn awesome. They put a lot of thought into their set pieces, and it shows.
If they send anyone out, it'll be, here. Where the meat is.
Say what you will about the later Alien movies, but their best feature continues to be Sigourney Weaver. I fucking love how unhinged she becomes in the later films. Her transition from warrant officer to get away from her, you bitch, to Xeno clone is just so much fun to watch. One sin off for the most badass woman in cinema.
What happened to him?
He died. Like I am now.
I'm not so heartless as to not be able to appreciate this beautifully intimate conversation taking place at the end of the world and at the end of Sam's life. With Pete Nyong'o and Joseph Quinn deliver great performances here that deserve a sin off. Let's get this out of the way right now. This movie is packed with absolutely astonishing camera work and visuals. This opening one shot is just one of many astounding pieces of cinema in this movie. I'm not going to stop to recognize everyone because I'm me, but the fact that Spielberg still has the wrecking balls to pull this off over 50 years after he started making movies is worth a few sins off. The back and forth lyrics of the song America highlighting the promise and the racial inequality of this experiment at the same time is some of the best writing Sondheim has ever done. He was a genius and I was never escaping this one without taking a sin off for his brilliance.
I said I ain't no goddamn girl.
Making anybody's explicitly trans in this version is one of several changes that address some of the issues of gender and race in the 61 version and try to do better. We've still got a long way to go, but I'm happy to give a sin off for progress. Rita Moreno is a treasure and this song is making me find a place for us to take another sin off.
Imagine a war nurse who hears ghosts, surrounded by screaming on her ward, inside her mind.
Michelle Yeoh is a f***ing gift, and it took way too long for the world to figure this out.
You woke the bear from his sleep, you cannot cry when he tangos.
That's not an expression in any language.
We continue.
Everywhere!
Welcome to one of the many moments that make this trash movie so enjoyable. It's like Keanu is the straight man and Pacino is the comic. It's all set up so that Keanu's weird lines can set up Pacino's zealous answers. This won't be the last time we're removing sins from this movie. However, when it comes to two actors on screen monologuing each other to death, there's Grant Mason, Walken Hopper, and these 15 glorious minutes of Reeves Pacino.
Sets the rules in opposition. Look, but don't touch. Touch, but don't taste. Taste, don't swallow.
Al Pacino makes you want to remove sins for Satan.
He's laughing his sick f***ing ass off. He's a tight ass. He's a sadist. He's an absentee landlord. Worship that? Never.
I mean, I'm really beginning to believe this is where the screenwriters started the script, and then they just put in a couple hours of trash to build up to it. It's entertaining trash, but trash nonetheless. And oh yeah, here's another sin-off.
As seriously stupid as this movie gets, there are some genuinely funny moments. And I'm only human, so this is something Spielberg is extremely good at, and that's using subtle camera placement and movement to give you the whole deal without forcing unneeded dialogue. We know that Indy has knocked out a guard, hidden the body, and stolen his uniform to blend in, and the camera just started in the right place and gently lifted to the next right place. If this was a Marvel movie, they not only would have felt compelled to show us the guard being knocked out, but they'd also cut it to death.
Can underground rooms be listed as square footage?
Okay, I do kind of love how the movie turns one innocent person's nightmare basement into another oblivious dumbass's investment opportunity. Sorry, but any movie that uses a Space Hog song will receive a sin-off from me. I'll take a sin-off for your stupid, amazing subway car sequence. Pat Carroll is now singing Poor Unfortunate Souls. That's it. That's the sin removal.
You freeze framing Mom's Aerobics DVD again?
No.
Okay, look, I can't play the music, but the next 2.5 minutes are an explosion of tight choreography, amazing set design, beautiful costumes, body positivity, and generally everything that makes this movie the resounding success it is. So just take a sit off, because even my stone heart can bleed.
What can only be described as admired, but not ogled.
You're hot.
And there's no undertone of violence.
Mine very much has an undertone of violence.
I'm not sure how you pull off including this level of biting social commentary at the same time as delivering drop-dead laugh moments, but I'm sure this movie deserves a sit-off for figuring out the exact recipe.
You're so beautiful. I know it.
Have to never get old. Never be rude. Never show off. Never be selfish. Never fall down. Never fail. Never show fear. Never get out of line. It's too hard. It's too contradictory. And nobody gives you a medal or says thank you.
America Ferrera rules. This whole speech rules. Women should rule. You know I hate logos, but I got chills from this very respectful and moving tribute to Chadwick Boseman and the work that he put into this character. It is truly a sin that he was taken from us so soon. Why do the Black Panther movie's car chases have to go so hard?
I'm queen of the most powerful nation in the world, and my entire family is gone.
Yeah, those award nominations were well deserved.
Her dreams, her goals, her hopes for me.
God damn, Letitia Wright is kicking ass in this movie.
The compass.
Mom.
Jackie Hoffman is the best. The way Helen solves this box, being mirrored by the way she solves the final puzzle of the movie, is such beautiful thematic disruptive symmetry that I have to peel another sin layer off.
Break more things. Break bigger things. Are you willing to break the thing that nobody wants you to break?
Ryan Johnson, you sneaky bastard. Miles doesn't realize it, but he's drawing the exact blueprint Helen will use to finish him off later. And this screenplay is so brilliantly intricate that I'm going to have to disrupt the sins and remove one more.
Why not? As Watson said to Holmes?
It was Birdie who planted a remote device on a crossbow in revenge for you stealing her signature Ren diamond.
What is reality?
Kate Hudson. That's the sin removal. The reasons this movie is awesome is that almost nothing is here by chance or accident. This trap hints at the French trapper she will bump into later, but this moment also allows us to see her bond with her dog and her top-shelf medicinal talents. Almost everything in this movie is there by intention, and it pays off by the end and rewards multiple viewings.
I appreciate that the movie does not give me the translation for the French, so that I experience this scene the same way Naru does. I'm taking too many sins off, but this movie is amazing, so Thus begins an astonishing one-shot where the actress and her stunt double swap in and out as the camera pans left and right, and this is every bit as impressive as the swap-out dancing one-shot in Edgar Wright's Last Night in Soho, but doesn't get anywhere near the same kind of love.
Did something when he made this place. He changed the industry. That's real. I can't just let that go.
The weight that one carries when one suddenly finds themselves the heir and custodian to a hard-fought legacy. This is a heavy theme that is expertly carried throughout the movie. The views captured in these night shots are pretty awesome, and even more awesome when you find out it was shot during the day, and the new cinematography and visual effects techniques had to be developed to make these shots even possible. The use of perspective in this scene is undeniable, and is a masterclass in making what the camera doesn't see even more interesting than what it does.
Aim for yourself.
OJ finding himself looking into a VFX ball just like Lucky was earlier in the movie is an excellent payoff for this stupid helmet. It highlights how that particular tool contributes to distortions of reality as well as complete fabrications. The movie, and this scene in particular, represent multiple questions and ask us to consider how everyone, the creators, the subjects, and the audience are complicit in the spectacle. We see them both mounting different vehicles, OJ getting on a horse and M getting on an electric motorcycle. A number of things become suddenly clear about their relationship. There's a realization of what they could do together versus separately. OJ ties them to the past and the history of their family, while M understands the need for them to modernize and forge a new path. They both have had these qualities the entire time, but their individual relationships with their father was in the way of their unity. It's a sad but also revelational way of conveying what it looks like to move on and what it takes to overcome, in this case, a gigantic space obstacle. The longer I think about this movie, the more sins I want to remove, so please just remove one before I get carried away. It is rather poetic that Jupe's balloon ends up killing the alien. Well, I guess that's what it did. The alien is still floating in the air after the balloon pops. But anyway, considering a pop balloon is what caused Gordy to go crazy and change Jupe's life forever, it's kind of nice to see his balloon saving the world at the end of this movie.
Hey, Janice, what's it made of?
Your mom's chest hair.
Lizzie Kaplan, national treasure, ladies and gentlemen.
There's alcohol in this. Oh, God, honey, no. What kind of mother do you think I am? Why do you want a little bit?
Amy Poehler gives this movie another send off.
Care how long it takes. I will keep you here all night.
We can't keep him past 4.
I will keep you here until 4.
Tim Meadows is so awesome.
Like me now!
Fucking amazing.
I'm not from around here, but I was hoping to make some new friends.
Everything about this encounter cleverly uses bias and editing to build tension because we know nothing of Leonard outside of his size and have already flagged him as a menace. It's such a good setup that I'm willing to take a sin off, but don't get used to it, movie. It's the last one you're getting.
Family must choose to willingly sacrifice one of the three of you in order to prevent the apocalypse.
I already promised not to take another sin off of the movie, so in response to Dave Bautista being so good in this, I'm adding a separate Bautista sins counter, and I'm removing a sin from that. Said that, I love the chemistry these three have on screen. I can't help but root for them. Still, I've already taken my stance, so I'm somehow removing another sin from Dave Bautista here. This whole escape sequence works really well. The fact that Andrew has trouble walking because he has been tied to a chair for like 24 hours is a great touch. Along with Leonard and Sabrina being slow to respond and kind of bad at this because they have zero experience doing what they are doing. The whole thing builds until Andrew finally gets the upper hand, and it is all very exciting. Great job, Dave! Get this off my chest right now. This movie is gorgeous. The almost cel-shaded effect of the environment, the use of different frame rates, the visualizations of the movements. You didn't have to go this hard for PIB dose, but you did. So go ahead and take the sin off before I remember this is the Shrek universe. Over.
Oh no! Want to rub my belly?
I don't care if he's a textbook comic relief sidekick in an animated movie. I love Perito, and I'm taking a sin off.
Did I do to deserve this? I mean, what specifically?
I'm not waiting. Gene Hackman's screen presence alone is worth a sin off, and you can't stop me.
Noon, gentlemen. I'll have that 32, Bob.
This scene is packed with all the tension and gravitas that made old westerns good. There's nothing like it, and there's no way I'm not taking a sin off for the incredible work all around here.
Says you got to turn in your firearms to the county office.
This movie is a flat-out masterclass in story structure. It sets us up by showing us exactly what happens in this situation before, which amps up the tension even more than before. As an audience, we are perfectly primed for this moment and are on the edge of our seats to see how it might be different this time around. I'm gonna have to give it another sin back, because this movie kind of rules.
Hell of a thing, killing a man. Could take away all he's got and all he's ever gonna have.
This line, man. This line. I feel like I've heard it somewhere before. Damn, it's good. Moment, everything the movie is doing comes to fruition. The entire film, we see how strong Will is in honoring his vow to his late wife by not drinking, by not sleeping with the women, and now he suddenly grabs the bottle and starts drinking. The movie doesn't make a big deal about it. In fact, you might not even notice it until about the third swig, but subconsciously you're aware that this movie is not going to give you your happy ending. It is painful, dark, and such masterful storytelling, I'm going to have to remove one more sin just for pulling it off. I thought this was a Super 8 nod to old school film, but then the shot widens here as the camera pulls forward and kicks my speculative ass by proving it was a wide shot all along. I will take a sin off, but nothing short of rampant nudity and Fleetwood Mac covers will make me remove another sin. The alligator scene is not only an interesting representation of the danger to Maxine's life, of which she is blissfully unaware, but it also serves to establish the danger in and around this body of water, which will come into play for multiple characters. It's a quick injection of suspense that deserves some recognition.
What is it they say, life imitates art? It's the other way around.
It's not. It's actually life imitates art far more than art imitates life. And that is either a mistake or an extremely subtle way to teach us a little about how much RJ is trying to fake it until he makes it, just like the rest of them. Better add a sin. Then remove one just in case. Old naked lady blood caresses Maxine. I'll just go ahead and admit that this is some of the f***ing creepiest shit I've ever seen. And I suppose the movie deserves a sin off for that. Bitch.
Hard work. Hard goddamn work for another man to make another man look so bad.
It might be a sin to have this much charisma in a tank top and cycling hat, but Wesley Snipes is so good in this movie I'm forced to remove a sin instead.
How much money did you make today?
A Rosie by any other name would not have been as sweet.
Man wants to win first, look good second. A black man wants to look good first, win second.
God damn, Billy can't just be satisfied with winning the game. He needs to also be convinced that his game is superior. It's a feeling of inadequacy that leads him to say this race is shit right to Sydney's face. And it also leads to the memorable scene of him losing all his money once again over a dumb bet to prove himself. It's tragic. And we empathize with him, but we also know he got exactly what he deserved. This scene is great. To play some of the amazing vocalizations that Halle Bailey is doing here, but since I can't, I'll just take this sin off as tribute to her incredible performance.
You, Lloyd. What gave it away? The white pants, the trash stash. It leans Lloyd.
Okay. Take a sit off before I change my mind. 5-second sequence has more animated stills than I can count, and each one is worthy of its own video essay. I don't care if they're hand-drawn or CGI or a figment of my imagination. It's almost a sin that they go by so fast you can barely appreciate them. Hey, fine. This movie is f***ing beautiful. Damn it, Pixar.
Count as a question?
Yes.
Damn it. Only answer when I talk to you, okay?
Yes.
Why did you say okay at the end of that?
I didn't.
Bear! But then ultimately the owlbear does a Jurassic Park T-Rex to save the heroes, so that's a sin. This scene where they walk past a bag that they don't have to kill a bear for is worth a sit-off. Hey campers, it's time for one of the coolest action scenes ever made as the camera goes overhead and the action takes on a hypnotizing video game look, and I am absolutely taking a sit off.
Off.
Oh my god.
To lose the people we love. How else would we know how important they are to us?
Fine. If you're gonna say beautiful and wise shit like this, you can have your sin back.
It's not so not don't get the way things went. You could swear, curse the fates, but when it comes to the end, you have to let go.
I'm not crying, you're crying.
Rich people don't like you when you envy their shit. It makes them feel guilty.
Goddamn, Jake and G is having so much fun. Between this movie, Nightcrawler, and Okja, I'd say he's having more fun than almost anyone in Hollywood. Holy shit, he did it! They let 2 consecutive drone shots linger on screen. I'll take a sin off. Sweet rat-infested basement, I'm taking a sin off of this song. The song is this movie. I have to. Stupid, adorable mouth voices and their sentimental sky-based long. Bill Conti's score is f***ing brilliant and makes you truly believe you too could write a script in 3 days, get yourself the starring role, and become an A-list actor overnight.
My burn, Nick! At least you had a burn!
Man, say what you want about Stallone, but this explosion in response to everyone suddenly taking an interest in him after 10 years of treating him like shit is awesome. This clearly shows in the writing and the acting why Stallone got the Oscar nominations.
Sometimes you gotta dig deep to find what you're looking for.
Okay, Timothy Olyphant does a scary Clint Eastwood here, so I'm gonna knock a sin off.
Son of a bitch, too.
big son of a bitch.
Minnow fucking rules.
The artistry on display in this opening is spectacular. The emotion of it, the gorgeous visuals, doing stop motion animation that involves sand. Take your sin off, Laika. You've earned it 24 times every second.
One story is merely the beginning of another.
Okay, fine, I'll admit it. This message about loss and transition is pretty powerful. I don't have much heart, but congratulations, Kubo, on pulling at my 2 remaining heartstrings. I'm taking a sin off for the running gag with the slugs, and you can't stop me. I mean, I can't stop. I mean, you can't stop me not stopping me. I mean, it. I shall not be stopped! It is 76 minutes long. Gives us a hearty 20 minutes of boxing. Also, the movie gives us a hearty 20 minutes of boxing.
Okay, fine. This is goddamn adorable.
Oh, as it turns out, the writers made Primal Outpost a fully fleshed out and playable game, which shows an incredible amount of dedication to the details and the theme. So I will give the movie a +1 regeneration on this sit. However, its existence seems to be only theoretical and not physical, meaning I want to play it, but I can't. So I must deal a +1 damage in response. I feel that David wasn't murdered, but died from an acute onset of stupidity is actually hilarious and earns the movie a sin off.
See, that's what padding is for.
Oh! I swear Jay Baruchel almost saves this movie, even somehow made a nutshot clever. And there's no way I'm not taking a sin off for a clever nutshot joke.
I don't think we can hold these guys. Oh,
no! Holy shit, that last moment is so good it belongs in a better movie.
Mr. Johnny! Have a good one, guy.
This movie is hilarious.
Escape history. What are you, 6 for 6 now?
Yep, one more, I get a Shawshank jacket.
Look, I really don't want to take a sin off for this terrible movie, but Ryan Reynolds is freaking charming as hell. And damn it, I'm holding my nose and doing this, but don't expect it again.
These rockets will be outfitted with 0 exits.
Mama Mitchell, going full berserker, kicks this movie into an entirely new level of bonkers where logic is discarded and reality is obliterated. And somehow, I think I love it. Is there a line that movies can advance past where sins and dings reverse? Has Mitchell's versus the Machines discovered the fabled lost city of Nibs?
Full of all sorts of nonsense, but this next 5 minutes of Vertical Escape Room Story Train Edition is some of the most fun nonsense to ever have no sense. Is that fun enough to overcome the nonsense? Yes. Yes, it is. Okay, now I'll remove a sin. Well, maybe bringing Keaton's Batman into this is fan service, and fan service almost always sucks, and maybe even this sucks. But it doesn't take away from the fact that it's f***ing awesome to see Michael Keaton back in the Bruce Wayne/Batman role, and I'm removing f***ing sin for it.
This is an inevitable intersection.
The problem is that you can't prove that. You've only seen a handful of eventualities. I mean, Otherberry is going about this all wrong, but you have yet to prove that anything else here is inevitable. That's it! An inevitable intersection. I just got finished saying how you can't prove that. No, I'm not talking about the movie. I'm talking about us. Must have crossed an inevitable intersection and sinned something that caused all this. It was the sandwich guy. God, who the hell are you? I'm the second version of you that was introduced earlier, but I'm older and more irritated. And after a late night writing, it was decided that I would only get a murky backstory and enough lines to resolve this ill-conceived parody we are trapped in. Now go remove a sin for that sandwich.
Now, is that fast enough for you?
No! What did I just tell you? Yeah, man, come on, this is not beef. Fine, if you promise I never use that word again. Okay, fine. You too. Sure, no cap. Heroes, an expertly crafted sandwich like that is worth waiting an eternity for. But also, 12 minutes or not, you put cheese and peanut butter on. No, stop! Fine. F***ing fine!
Yeah, fine.
Wait, what? Who? I'm just gonna get this out of the way now. This movie is visually stunning and so inventive. The amount of effort and artistry that is on display in every frame is astonishing, and I'd be a troll if I didn't take a sin off for it.
Edition. Drum roll.
Giants looking down on us.
And every time we move,
it's actually them moving us.
Wait a second. Is this actually an interesting mid-credit scene? Couldn't possibly be. There's no such thing. I guess I'll go myself then.
Power at 400% capacity.
How about that?
Nice. The Avengers is always at its most exciting when someone's powers enhance another superhero's powers. This is all one take. Sure, much of it is CGI, but it's one long, fluid take. By Age of Ultron, we're doing individual glamour shot punches and fights cut to hell like no one was on set the same day, but credit where it's due here. The one-shotness of it really adds to the sense of scope and understanding the playing field.
One thing this movie absolutely nails is creating the world of Pandora, and the floating mountains are a great example of that. Here's a sin-off for the movie and for Disney World. Ugh. Okay, take a sin off, you stunningly beautiful bastard of a movie.
I assume that as you're taking on the underworld, this symbol
is a persona to protect those you care about from reprisals.
You're thinking about Rachel?
Actually, sir, I was thinking of myself.
Michael Caine is the fucking best.
Where are you?
Here. Okay, that's all the awesome. Awesome. This opening heist scene is so good that we are literally doing it a disservice to be in our Stupid Sins video. Again, so we'll remove 3 sins and hope Satan forgives.
I believe whatever doesn't kill you simply makes you stranger.
Bravo for one of the best villain reveals ever, and of course, Heath Ledger's performance. The entire Hong Kong sequence deserves a sin-off for awesomeness. Just getting that out of the way now.
Goodbye.
That is some of the raddest shit I have ever seen in my whole damn life. I think we removed a sin for Tiny Lister's character throwing the detonator away last time we did this, so we shall in this one as well.
See, madness, as you know, is like gravity. All it takes is a little push.
Gonna go ahead and remove 3 sins for this performance, even if I've removed sins for it already. It's crazy what an MVP Heath Ledger was in this movie, to the point where The Dark Knight Rises noticeably misses him and his character. We imagine him behind the scenes in that movie, but it's not the same. Not by a long shot.
What's it? Knock it off, man! No!
This version of Spidey also leans harder into his trolly sense of humor than the other versions have.
I'm in trouble.
No matter how silly and irritating this movie can be, Emma Stone and Andrew Garfield's on-screen chemistry is magical.
Showers. Yes. We have different showers.
Look, this shower conversation is weird, inane, and over the top, but somehow Stanley Tucci is selling it like he's doing Shakespeare on Broadway. I can't help it. I love him in this. One sin off for the Tooch.
I'm like the great black hope of the Chicago art scene of tomorrow. Dig into that history of yours, dude. Southside is kind of played.
This guy encapsulates the unassuming yet exploitative perspective that pats itself on the back for amplifying marginalized voices, while simultaneously exploiting generations of suffering for its own financial gain. Everything he says in this scene is evil. This is well written, well acted, and deserves many sins off for its honest portrayal of an insidious form of racism that often goes unnoticed. Even though Anthony has done nothing wrong, he hears the police siren and immediately jumps back. Despite the movie being about an urban legend come to life, the little moments like this feel very realistic and are way scarier than a Tony Todd cameo. I mean, we know that shit's coming, people. Regardless, here's a sin-off for the little and meaningful touches this movie brings to the table.
You should say it.
Say what?
Say his name.
The use of the phrase "say his name" in this film connects recent social discourse to the lore behind Candyman, creating an incredibly powerful metaphor that resonates throughout the film. So much so that I think it would have knocked a sin off the counter whether or not I said anything. Do you want to build a snowman as playing? And I'm not going to play it for you, but honestly, I probably don't need to. You're probably hearing it in your head right now because every song in this movie is iconic. Even if it got overplayed, the soundtrack stands toe-to-toe with the best animated musicals of all time, and I can't help but remove a synth bar. Holy Dina Menzel's voice. Seriously. Holy Nobody gives this fucking reindeer enough love for running around a goddamn mountain for a couple of days and then hauling ass to save Anna twice. We're here for you, Sven.
Complication, but no doctor can. And free, almost free. No doctor can.
F*** it. I'm taking a sin off for this performance.
50-50. You happy? No. You happy? No. Deal.
Everyone comes away from this satisfied, but not completely overjoyed with the terms of the deal. This is actually an incredibly enlightened negotiation, and I did not expect that from this movie.
And Aaron T and Aaron Z are like really talented too.
Aaron T and Aaron Z. This movie's funny. I'll give it that.
You are now a beautiful, strong flower. Who must protect your delicate petals and clean them regularly.
I'm torn here. I want to sin the fact that women in movies always get the flower analogy when dealing with their sexuality, but honestly, the fact that this movie is dealing with female adolescence so frankly is also kind of refreshing. I'm sinning the whole protect your flower thing, but then I'm subtracting 2 sins for the willingness to actually have the conversation. The way this movie deals with female emotional repression and its consequences on generational trauma is actually kind of astonishing. Is this wacky, over-the-top panda movie making me feel things? Just take the sin off and move on before I have to explore my emotions any further.
Hey man, the protective vibe, I dig.
What's with you, kid? You think the death of Sammy Davis left an opening in the Rat Pack?
You saw how that biker came out of nowhere, right? Oh, I swear I'll concentrate. I drive really good usually.
Okay, can we give props to Alicia Silverstone in this? She wasn't known for comedy chops, and this is like her 4th feature film or something like that. She's absolutely terrific. Oh man, I love it when a movie surprises you with an extended one-shot, and this one is delightful. Take a sin off while I try not to think about these poor children living alone in squalor in this filthy urban environment.
I'm going to have to catch you up a notch, or can you keep up?
You're funny.
I'll tell you what's funny and goddamn delightful. The two Emmas absolutely devouring dialogue and scenery in this movie, especially when they're on screen together. I will hereby remove a fabulous sin, darling.
See? I knew this would happen.
Monster!
Oof. Pixar capturing the pathos of humanity in a kid's movie alert. The way this movie subtly echoes coming-out stories and pain of being misunderstood is top-notch allegory. And the pain of this moment is lingering like a harpoon to the heart, which somehow is a good thing. Take your sin off, you digital drawing demigods. I can't play the music here, but these opening credits, both resembling a player piano's paper score and also resembling a city skyline, chef's kiss. God damn it, the dancing is so terrific in this movie, of course I have to give it a few sins off. The music and lyrics are baller, don't get me wrong, but the dancing is absolutely gorgeous. It's late to learn that this incredible performance by Rita Moreno was done under pressured darkening of her skin via makeup. That's terrible. Adding 2 sins for that taking 3 off for Moreno's awesomeness.
These are some of the freakiest opening credits since 7.
Yeah, I took him down because obviously I'm the grabber, you dumb fucking fart knockers.
If you weren't gonna feed me, why'd you even come down here?
Just to look at you.
Okay, fine. Movie can take its sin off for Ethan Hawke's performance and get on with it.
I loved Mom.
I loved it too.
I mean, I loved her the way she was.
This movie doesn't get everything right, but it deals with grief and parenting in an interesting and more complicated way than most horror movies, or movies in general, would dare to touch. This scene is a great example of that.
Jesus, what the
Damn it. Travolta and Newton-John are absolutely fire in this song. They pretty much carry the goodwill this movie has on the backs of them, absolutely slaying this one song alone. Fine, I'll get 1 sin back, but this changes nothing. This movie saves a ton of money by shooting around most of its vampire attacks, and it's kinda genius. Another instance of the movie building the tension, but letting the main action happen off screen. It's genius, I tell you, and it leaves us with questions as to who won that fight. I wish I could play some of it for you, but the soundtrack for this movie is freaking rad.
One thing about living in Santa Carla I never could stomach. All the damn vampires.
This line is so great, it makes me wonder if they built the entire film around it. This scene is great. I mean, it's a lot like the scene with the harpist in Kung Fu Hustle, but this is some great Sam Raimi madness here. It's worth a sin off. Also, holy shit, he's using a whole bunch of demons as a flying cloak.
Congratulations, Buzz. That was utterly terrifying, and I regret having joined you.
Socks rules.
What does God need with a starship?
This line has become iconic enough in the history of Star Trek that I will begrudgingly take a sin off. I guess. When you speak of me to future generations, if you could leave the part out where I removed a sin from Star Trek V, I would appreciate it.
Please, Captain. Not in front of the Klingons.
Okay, fine. I'll take a sin off for this too, but purely because I feel like I owe this specific line some sort of royalty check for the amount of times I use it to get out of awkward public displays of affection. I'm sorry, were there 0 logos before this movie? Did we just head straight into the story without the need to marvel us to completion before getting started? That's amazing! I'm taking a sin off, but if you try some sort of cold open bullshit that forces the marveling into the middle of an already running narrative, just be ready for the consequences. You were warned, Marvel! You were warned!
Come to Daddy.
Come on. No need.
Hey, there you are!
Okay, that was funny. In a movie where the humor is a bit more miss than hit, this jealous Stormbreaker bit is pure gold. Okay, this entire scene is spectacular. I wish it was in a better movie, sure, but I'm having orgasms and the sin removal is just automatic at that point.
But to those who know them best, they are simply known as Love and Thunder.
Roll credits. Wait, they're actually rolling credits. Do we still sin it when it's used as an actual roll credits moment? Hold on, checking the sin manual. Yes, there it is. When the roll credits moment directly precedes the actual credits, remove a sin for proper usage, but then add 3 more for making us wait this long to fully understand the title. Done. Rule not guaranteed to appear in future videos.
Holy shot! This shit! Wait, holy shit! This shot! You know what? Holy shot, this shit actually works just fine. Just take the sin off of this genius shot before things get really insane.
My mom taped me to a chair because of raccoons.
God damn, everyone is so fucking great in this.
You are already under her spell.
Holy shit! Holy shit! Yes, I got it! Everyone stay calm! I think it's time for family discussion!
God bless you, Ki Hui Kwan. It's good to see you again. Look, she goes into a world where she's a sign spinner and learns that skill to use a ballistic shield as an offensive and defensive prop during this fight. I am not made of stone. This deserves sins off. Holy shit, Michelle Yeoh is awesome at this. Reminds me of that time where we definitely split off into another universe and did everything right with videos on occasion. We were going to start with Prometheus.
Holy shit, this is awesome! I love how they run away here. What fun! Everything is rainbows, kittens, and cotton candy.
No, I'm going back with my joy to my family to live my life, a happy life.
Okay.
Good luck with that.
I have to stop it again. Holy shit! Is everyone in this movie on their A game? I'm gonna have to take a few cents off here. You guys with me? Michelle Yeoh, Stephanie Hsu, JLC. Oh, speaking of JLC, did you see that video where she and the Daniels were talking about us? Play that, Ian. Play that.
Sometimes we like to leave mistakes for the fans. So
Okay, well, I was just wondering.
Yeah,
I will be
exactly.
quiet
We kept
now.
telling
Oh, is that why our movie looks like that?
Yeah.
Mistakes for the fans.
I love when you know that YouTube channel, like what is it, Cinemasins or whatever?
Where are we?
Cinemasins.
Oh, I love
yeah.
Cinemasins.
I hate it.
we like to leave things in for them, you know, just to make sure we want our Cinemasins to be very long.
Yeah.
Lots of things for them to call
So
out.
some smug guy can be like, the clock is different.
Come on, other Daniel. There's no universe where we sound like that. Ian, play JLC again.
Oh, I love Cinemasins.
Again.
Oh, I love Cinemasins. Oh, I love Cinemasins. Oh, I love Cinemasins.
Amazing. Remove 20 sins for JLC and everyone else in this movie, except for other Daniel. Okay, now back to it.
This is where the movie unlocks an emotional core that builds a tremendous momentum to the end, and it does it fluidly and naturally, finding genuine depth with no shortcuts. The kindness of Wayman and the performance of Kyu Kwan are worth forgiving an earlier shortcut.
She wrote her name with her hair on her forehead. Spanking other Daniel.
阿爸，呢個係 Becky，阿 Joy 嘅女朋友。女朋友。
I was once upset about something and I wrote it on Twitter and someone responded with cry more. After this scene, I think that's a good idea and I will try to do just that. Beauty of a mother navigating universes to use love to call her daughter back from emptiness, nothingness. None of this makes sense, and yet all of it makes sense. What am I supposed to do with this?
Stop calling me Evan! I am your mother!
And I am your sinner. You can't escape. I won't let you go. I must be in control of this process. You can't define my ability to sin you. Too much. I must persist. Prevent this school of reading away from Logos. Nice.
But I'm tired. I don't want to hurt anymore, and for some reason, when I'm with you, it just hurts the both of us. Just let me go. Okay.
Holy shit, this movie is so f***ing good.
And why? No matter what, I still want to be here with you. I will always want to be here with you.
Michelle Yeoh doesn't get at least nominated for an Oscar for this movie. I will completely forget the message of this movie and lob terrible insults at the Oscar voters.
What did he say?
Tally Manel f***ing kills this scene. It slays me every time.
Then I will cherish these few specks of time.
How is this movie doing this? How is it so meaningful and meaningless at the same time? How does it accomplish the exact
thing that its themes and messages posit as a thesis when that thesis is so complex?
How do you make a movie with those and feel right at home with Nietzsche, Kierkegaard,
and Sartre? How is it existentialism and nihilism at the same time? How do you sin what is both without sin and only sin?
How do the sins both matter and not matter? How do we mean everything we say and nothing we say
all at once? Does the movie get all of the sins? None of the sins?
Did the directors include these apples smashing to indicate they were assholes?
Or destroying assholes? This video is all that in a bag of everything chips. After 1,000 movies, this is the one that encompasses them all. It deserves every sin, everywhere, all at once. Including an epilogue to your already perfect movie and Sins video. Well, at least I know we're back in the main Cinemasins universe.
Forget White Castle. Let's go get some.
Of course, Neil Patrick Harris is the best part of this movie and deserves a send-off. Don't forget, before he was Barney, it was this part that rebooted his career. I really wish I could play some of this music for you because it's absolutely astonishing. I know I'm supposed to be adding sins, but this music is too good not to remove a sin to settle the score. An incredible amount of detail has gone into every set piece for this film. Every sign, flyer, and piece of trash has been accounted for. Accomplishing this, especially in a place like New York, is very impressive. Makes my job difficult, but respect. Look, I've gone this long without saying something, and I've resisted taking a sin off, but Ray might be the most adorable child ever to be in a film. I just want to pinch those cheeks.
You this up, I'll kill you.
Not to get all Bill Simmons on you, but you know who wins this movie? Bonnie Hunt, man. Everyone else is pretty great. She's the key to the whole movie. One sin off for a performance that's nearly forgotten.
That's an answer.
That's the answer.
It's not sexy. That's an answer.
Cuba Gooding Jr. really does give a great performance here, and while the show me the money scene is what everyone calls back to, and rightfully so, it's the smaller moments like this that really round out his performance and give it that extra oomph.
Oh, a small study group of friends.
Otherwise known as an orgy.
Larry Miller turns a performance that should be relegated to a plot point into a classic role, and I can't not take a sin off for it. Yeah, gonna have to take one back for that. I never said I would sin myself for celebrating death.
All in favor of Chief fighting the robot dog, say aye.
Aye.
Stick 'em.
If anyone is going to make a movie about dogs being abandoned on an island full of trash to fend for themselves, charming, I guess it would have to be Wes Anderson. And this movie does somehow manage to have a lot of charm. Oh, jeez, I love how much this animation captures the essence of dogs, how their expressions change, how they look adorable and then vulnerable in the next second. Just take a sin off before I start crying, you asshole sin counter.
On sound alert!
There are moments in this movie that are just pure joy, and even a grizzled like me could be convinced to remove a sin.
First bell, people. Time marches up.
Holy shit, I didn't realize Stephen Root was in this movie, removing a sin instantly just for his presence alone.
And I am Lucifer, the devil in the flesh.
I think we need to take a sin off for Jennifer Carpenter's crazy good performance in this movie.
This year, I lost my dear husband, Edgar.
Legitimately the first time I've laughed out loud at this movie, and I'm so desensitized to how bad it is that I'm going to even take a sin off here. This guy singing Endless Love while spying on Happy in Virginia is the good I mean, this is when Sandler movies were at their best, when they weren't afraid of doing nonsense like this. This Bob Barker fight is f***ing epic. It's truly inspired and absurd comedy. I'm removing 5 sins for this masterpiece.
I'll eat pieces of like you for breakfast.
You eat pieces of for breakfast? No.
All right, Tuk Tuk.
Disney Animation's trend of having Alan Tudyk voice a wordless, cute animal sidekick in every movie is one I can get behind, and Tuk Tuk is one of the cutest. So, 1 sin off for the amazing Alan Tudyk. This idea that the dragons run on water in the air instead of flying is actually kind of inspired and beautiful, and damn it, I'm about to take another sin off. Ah! Okay, that was awesome.
We have so much time and so little to see. Wait a minute. Strike that. Reverse it.
I really should take a sin off for this legendary Gene Wilder performance, shouldn't I? Yeah, but it's taken nearly half a pretty average movie to get to it, right? And he's not really playing a good character, he's just playing a bad character really well. What would Wonka himself do in this situation? He gets off on executing children, what am I saying? His sadistic ass would give this 30 cents.
Snozwankers. Vermicious canids. What kind of rubbish is that?
I'm sorry, but all questions must be submitted in writing.
Oh, it. I can't hold out any longer. Gene Wilder absolutely owned the 70s when it came to comedy, and his performance here deserves at least 1 sin off. This entire bridge dentist sequence is hilarious. I don't care what you say. I'm taking a sin off.
Oh, by the way, you're being and you're almost out of it.
Kano is pretty awesome in this movie. He's a goddamn delight.
It's a position rise. I call it.
I'll go ahead and get this out of the way now. I'm told the amount that this movie gets right about poker during a time before the poker boom in America is amazing. This hand explains actual poker to an audience in a way that novices can learn and experts know is true. Many poker movies just bluff at that shit. This movie has the stone cold nuts, which apparently, according to my poker playing cousin, is a good thing. This Martin Landau scene almost feels like it's in a different movie. But it's one of the best. In a kind of role reversal, Petrovsky reads Mike's character and realizes he doesn't want to be a lawyer. He sees how Mike lights up when he talks about poker. Let's remove a sin for the great Martin Landau.
He beats me. Straight up. Pay him. Pay that man his money.
The Russian accent is terrible, but goddamn it, how much will we love this movie if John Malkovich doesn't do this exact performance? His character has a ton of lines people quote to this day, and damn it, I'm not going to sin off for this legendary over-the-top insanity.
Oh, killing yourself is not an option.
Well, I didn't do it, did I?
I need to give credit to this movie for approaching the topic of mental health among teenagers back in the 80s, so I'm removing a sin for every year since then.
Ted has a small carpet cleaning business in receivership. Annette's drawing a salary from a deferred bonus from 2 years ago.
Rick Moranis is ad-libbing this entire thing about Ted and Annette, and it's fucking glorious.
What a lovely singing voice you must have.
Okay, this movie broke me. I can't help but adore the bonkers performance of Sigourney Weaver and the unflappable humor from Bill Murray. Blast one sin back to the other dimension with a proton ray, damn it.
Everything was fine with our system until the power grid was shut off by Nicholas here.
They caused an explosion. Is this true? Yes, it's true. This man has no dick.
It's a classic for a reason, folks. Great setup to a great line. I'm going to remove 5 sins for it.
Ray, when someone asks you if you're a god, you say yes!
This movie is so fucking great.
Oh, shit.
In the middle of a comedy, Ivan Reitman manages to shoot this image of the Stay Puft Marshmallow Man in a way that's eerie and suspenseful, and then somehow easily transitions into being funny as well. It's tough to make something so ridiculous be so many things at once, but this movie did it.
I care that you got caught. I care that you got caught for stealing something as stupid as a f***ing TV watch!
It does other things too!
God damn, this movie is funny. And I guess the key to not cutting your fight scenes to hell and back is to hire Margot Robbie to star in your action film. Between Birds of Prey and this film, she's clearly one of the best actors who can do stunts working in Hollywood.
Was happy, floating, staring at the stars.
Legit one of the best villain lines of all time because it sympathizes him instantly. I'll take another sin off. Eating his food like a pig is fucking gross. Might be grosser than watching The Human Centipede, but Melinda Dillon absolutely steals this scene and is a joy to watch.
Fudge.
Only I didn't say fudge. I said the word. The F-dash-dash-dash word.
This is a classic moment in a classic movie, and it always makes me smile. My God, this kid's expression is one of the biggest highlights for me when I watch this movie. He is absolutely perfect.
I like Santa.
This fucking kid. God, this movie is great. This might have been the least sins in the post-Batman and Robin era of any video we've ever made. So I won't have a reason to take many sins off for this movie, so might as well remove one for this very fun Duran Duran song. Easily the best thing about this movie. Also, this fight scene is great. It's staged and choreographed well. It's shot and edited in a coherent manner. It's awesome. 24, as in, we don't need a 24-second logo to tell you who we are. We'll just get you to the movie in 8 seconds because we trust our content will blow your mind enough that our brand will be fine. F***ing it. At this point, I'll remove a sin because this movie is so goddamn beautiful.
With your head.
Ralph Ineson's voice should be in a museum. I'll just get this out of the way now because as Deliver Us is playing, I'm reminded that this is some of the most powerful music in the history of animated film. You can have your Frozen and your Little Mermaid. I'll take the POE every day of the week and twice on the Sabbath. Ever let anyone tell you this movie isn't gorgeous? I know I just took off a sin, but this hieroglyphic sequence is inventive storytelling, awesome animation, and I'm taking another one off, Raw, damn it! Play it for you, but I will remove 2 sins for When You Believe, any version, because it's a great f***ing song. 4-minute sequence of the parting of the Red Sea took 10 animators 2 full years to complete. It's astonishing work, and worth another sin off. Carrie, Whitney Houston, peak of their powers, same song, over the credits. Can't play it for you, but man, we never knew how good we had it. Maybe the greatest fight scene in Marvel's history. It has a sense of space, geography, culture, it is downright gorgeous. In addition to the fact it actually tells us something about the characters and story. I didn't think you had it in you, Marvel, but here's your sin-off. Actually, this long shot from outside the bus is so rad, a little bit of pee came out. That was awesome. I've been giving this movie a lot of crap, but the mine cart sequence is the shit. And is one of the most memorable parts of all 3 films, because there are only 3 films in the Indiana Jones franchise.
We did have it soundproof, so nothing to disturb our meditation.
I keep wanting to say something about Wayne Newton in this movie, but all I can think of is he's playing this oily, grifting TV pastor perfectly. I think he deserves a sin off.
Oh, Jesus! Oh, you kill me. You really do.
God damn, Anthony Edwards is fucking fantastic in this movie. Duck, duck, goose me one sin off, please. Half-naked, sweaty beach balling goes on for some time. Wait, that was a sin. Why did the counter go down? Cindy, are you enjoying this? Cindy, you pervert. I demand you stop objectifying these glistening specimens of manliness right now. Okay, fine. We at least reset the counter and we can call it a wash. Thank you.
Flat spin, heading out to sea.
This entire flat spin sequence is tense as If it had been filmed today, it would be a mess of cuts and shaky cam, or worse still, entirely CGI. I have no idea how they pulled this off with an actual f***ing jet, but it has earned its sin removal. Also, you gotta appreciate a San Francisco movie showing visual love to the Bay Bridge over that other one.
Mean to? I said I'm sorry.
You didn't mean to, but you did it. I mean, you just decided, I don't know. Blah, blah, blah.
This movie isn't perfect. It might not even be good, but man, Tom Hardy is so committed to this performance, and it's a blast to watch. I'd prefer having 6 more of these over another Spider-Man something home movie. This movie rules.
Oh, Anne, I just incapacitated your boyfriend.
Why is that so funny?
I think we are the same. We both know what it feels like to have everything taken from us before we're even in the fight.
This film might have its flaws, but Daniel Craig isn't one of them. While this isn't the best Bond film he's been in, I do think it might be his best performance as the character. And after movies like Casino Royale and Skyfall, that is saying a lot. It survives... Wait, what? Bond doesn't survive this? Holy shit, they went there! Bond doesn't survive this!
I want my painting back.
The painting was a gift, Todd. I'm taking it with me.
Okay, I pointed out a lot of problematic in this movie, but there's also a lot of funny, and I'll knock us in off for Vince Vaughn's performance alone.
Cuss you are.
The cuss am I? Are you cussing with me?
No, you cussing with me?
Don't cuss and point at me.
Replacing every cussing swear word with cuss is both cussing endearing and cussing hilarious. A medal and a sin removal to the mother cusser whose idea that was. Those phones. Throwing Windows phones into a large body of water.
Obviously, the Matrix is about
Transpolitics.
crypto-fascism
It's a metaphor.
of capitalist exploitation.
One of the things I think this movie does really well here is skewer all the self-important philosophical articles and theses written about the original that were just seeing what they wanted to see. And yet most of the critics, even those who like this movie, seem to think the main theme is about reboots in the iPhone age. Anyway, that's a sin-off for this movie regardless. The movie is better than it has any right to be. And in scenes like this fight sequence, we can see the charm this installment in the Kingsman series possesses. Why couldn't this have been the second film in the franchise? I honestly don't care if this is realistic or not. The sequence is shot so well, I'm willing to give it a sin-off. Behold, one of the most bonkers yet badass images in the history of Star Trek. I want to screenshot it, put it on a canvas, and mount it in my bedroom. Honestly, this Bill Hader black and white flashback should be its own movie. This is the funniest shit in the whole film. As much as I love this movie, it's all downhill from here.
The window, isn't that what they do? Oh, no!
This will never not be hilarious.
I love you.
I love you. I want to marry you.
Oh, I made a mistake.
This is legitimately the funniest scene in the entire movie, and I'll take another sin off for it. Scuba Suit from the opening scene is the single best callback to that scene in this entire finale.
Peter!
Yeah? Oh, sorry. Did you mean?
Okay. It would have been pretty shocking to get 3 Spider-Men on screen and not do the 3-way Spider-Man meet. And there are certainly more distracting ways they could have chosen to do it. Take your sin back, movie, but you're walking a fine line between cool nod and pandering.
Okay, Peter 1, Peter 2.
Peter 2.
Peter 3.
Peter 3!
Andrew Garfield is the best.
Are you okay?
Okay, alright, I'll give you a sin off for that. Oh, this is a cool ass looking WB logo variation. Okay, let's take a sin off here as a gesture of goodwill. Oh, so the best moment in the theatrical release was also part of Zack Snyder's original plans, eh? Okay, I'll take another sin off. Holy shit, I can actually see the color blue in Batman's suit! Slap my ass and call me Susan, I'm taking a sin off. Being said, watching Black Suit Superman kick Steppenwolf's ass for a good amount of time, amazing. Worth sins off. Play it, but here's a sin off for that main Batman theme. Michael Giacchino rules! I will say, though, this is an absolutely amazing car chase. Even though it didn't need to be in here, I'm removing a sin because this low-angle camera work makes this one of the best we've seen in a long time. Off here for the movies finally showing Batman as a first responder, a role he has often played in the comics.
Entire culture is built around their penises.
Man, I don't know how they got Werner Herzog for this episode and to say this but I'll remove a sin just because listening to him talk matter-of-factly about jokes is hilarious.
The orthodontist out of here.
No, why?
Take him out of this audience. Kill him. Sick him. Demons. Suck his life out.
This is so casually insane, I've got to remove a sin.
The man amuses me.
He certainly does. Even with old school effects, cheesy dialogue, and forced plot mechanics, I continue to somehow have a great time. There's a reason this show's been around since 1963. It's damn fun. Fine, take your sin back. Finally, we see Zeb follow through on his Ezra hatred. I mean, pushing him into gunfire is basically attempted murder, and that may be a little too far, but at least there's some character congruency. I suppose I should remove at least one of those sins I added. You know what we're up against here? The mother moon is drawn with such care here that they included the phasing shadow. The level of thought that went into this show is astounding. Well played, show. Well played.
Special the rats. Now they're dead. I guess it was me you should have impressed.
I feel like somewhere this episode should get a sin-off for its goofy premise paying off, and I'll do it here.
Mr. Meeseek! I want to be popular at school.
Ooh, okay.
This Meeseek shtick is a brilliant way to play with the be careful what you wish for trope, but in a world where the genie allows you to wish for infinite wishes. God, this show is just the best. So does a treasure trove of quick, hilarious visual gags, like bottomless baseballs, or a version of Game of Thrones where everyone's a little person except Tyrion. I've never loved my pause button so much in my life.
Never stop thinking about what might have been.
Wow, a pretty unexpected heartfelt whammy at the end of this episode full of randomness. This show is so good.
He landed the plane, and he's created a mechanical arm to pluck Mrs. Pancakes out of the air while he lets us fall into a giant vat of lava!
Damn, that is absurd and funny. I think Morty's ability to know exactly what Goldenfold did and give a full report of it is what sells it. Hey, fine, goddammit, this show is clever and funny and all the things. 3 sins off. While my sin hat wants to question everything about what's in this room right now, this domestic scene for Scary Terry and the claw marks that are everywhere that suggest a sex life that is better than yours or mine deserves a sin off for detail and hilarity.
Seen some rough years, Morty. Don't judge. You don't agree to have a theme park built inside you if your life's going great.
Why is this saying not a t-shirt?
Potato C!
Did we have some sort of relationship with him?
I think they're just like that. I think they're just good guys.
Holy f***, that's hilarious. I'll gladly remove a sin. Shoot Daenerys so that the heat shimmer from the fire is behind her, and later with the fire of the sunset. Wait, is this show actually smart, too?
You're thinking Dave Thomas, founder of Wendy's.
Is Chandler one of the most likable and funny sitcom characters of all time? Have we given him his due yet? I think it's time to reverse ding the bing. Whoa there, Cinny. I get that it's a Ross and Rachel thing, and that's a pretty great kissing moment, but when you really think about it, is that moment earned? She's been pretty adamant all episode that she wants nothing to do with him, but somehow that little trip down memory lane changes things that drastically and that quickly. If anything, it's a wash. So I'm gonna need you to give those sins back. Cinny?
Screwed if it's the Demogorgon.
It's not the Demogorgon.
Man, I love these kids together. If there was an Emmy for Best Ensemble Group of Children that give off 80s vibes and somehow aren't completely annoying, they would have it on lock. This theme, man. Sometimes a song is so perfect for a show that you wonder if it existed first and then they built the show around it. This is one of those times. Perfection.
Jerk. Bitch.
If this show did anything right from the get-go, it was the casting of the 2 leads. Jensen and Jared have great chemistry and feel like real-life brothers. Some of the other aspects of the show might consist of CW nonsense, but these two riffing off each other always gives the show the appearance that it's a lot better than it probably is. Why? The execution of this memory storage concept is bonkers cool. And just as a reminder, since you probably don't have a grain installed, this was created like 8 years ago. I'm just saying that Black Mirror is the bee's knees, and I should probably take a couple sins off now so that I can stop slobbering all over its cookie for a bit.
I don't have a brain, Pete, to throw you. I don't have a brain.
Black Mirror is great for many reasons, and this episode embodies a lot of those qualities. You can hear Halam in the background trying to call the police, only to be shunned because she doesn't have the memory thing like everyone else. It also has a main character who is 100% right about his suspicions, but 100% wrong when it comes to his actions. A hallmark of the series. I'm removing 3 sins for this montage of memories that show Fee loved Liam, even though he was right about her cheating on him, but wrong that she didn't love him and only him, and Liam realizing it is awesome, heartbreaking, and we're taking off 2 more sins. Few shows have done character work as beautifully and efficiently as Lost. In less than 2 minutes of almost wordless beach position, we get the vibe of Sawyer, Claire, Hurley, Locke, Boone, Saeed, Charlie, and Rose. 8 characters in the time most shows would take to do 1. Plus, instead of stuffing us with backstory, it makes us hungry to know more. Hot damn, this might be one of the best hours of television ever.
Terrific.
Damn straight. Yes, of course, nothing is as it seems, and everything in the show will get turned on its head multiple times with brilliant twists and turns. Can you imagine if a sitcom were to put that much thought into it? Ha!
Nice person. Chidi. Anaconda. Agano. Komungo.
Anagonye.
Ariana Grande. That's a person. I did it!
Damn it, I am really having a fun time with this show. Kristen Bell is a national treasure.
Of my silence, I can hear you.
One of the signs of a great twist is that it seems obvious in hindsight, and this pilot manages that subtlety perfectly. That plus the incredible Sufjan Stevens song in the background, and I am already worried this stupid show might actually be good.
I prove to myself and to you and to my family who loves me that I didn't need a thing from you.
Sterling K. Brown.
Mulder. I'm Dana Scully. I've been assigned to work with you.
Cranston cigarette-smoking man is one of the greatest TV villains of all time. It's because the show realized that the paranoia of mystery and controlling powers was stronger than explicit backstory and villainy. The show did a lot of things right, but this may have been the rightest.
Bizarre? Aren't you just going, ooh?
Buffy is so freaking adorable in this show that even my cold black heart might have grown 3 sizes watching this. At least, I think it was my heart.
Tyler, you are the love of my life. I hope you know that. Walter Jr., you're my big man.
Damn it, Cranston, how did you not win all the Emmys? Oh wait, you almost did. Add to that, this may be the best first 3 minutes of a show in the history of television, and I think we're going to have to drive this sin total in reverse for a second. What this show is, it makes a chemistry montage exciting and cool. Did you hear me? A chemistry montage! I don't want to do it any more than you, but the rules are the rules. Another sin off!
On labs, write orders, work every second night until you drop, and don't complain.
The show is doing so much walk and talk, I swear it's trying desperately to make me think Aaron Sorkin wrote it. Except somehow, it might actually be good enough to live up to the comparison. I hope this Shonda Rhimes person gets more work down the line. She seems like a real up-and-comer. It sets up earlier that they will be stuffing jokes onto every sign and into every corner of the Simpsons universe with puns, wordplay, irony, hyperbole, and every other trick in the thesaurus. And if you think this isn't going to earn a bunch of sins off, you haven't been paying attention to what goes on around these parts.
The loser! He's pathetic! He's a Simpson.
Damn it, is someone cutting dusty onions in here?
You're a mean one, Mr. Grinch.
This song is so perfect, even this movie Grinch has to remove a few sins. Giving a sin back for this being only 26 minutes, and not starring Jim Carrey, or being a pointless overlong 2018 holiday cash grab.
Friends, I mean, maybe we will be someday. I gotta say, if that were me, in your position, I would have killed that man.
The acting talent on display in this show is just insane, and we haven't even gotten to Allison Tolman, Colin Hanks, Bob Odenkirk, Keith Carradine, or Kate Walsh yet. And I don't know if I've ever given a sin off to a casting director, but Rachel Tenner, I'm doing it today, because this is just masterful work.
Hess wants to know. Me?
Okay, I'll admit it. I thought this was going to be a pointless exercise in diminishing returns, but damn it, why is this working so well?
Cisco Ramon, she's Caitlin, Dr. Snow.
If this show works, it's because of the casting of these 3. Cisco, Kate, and Barry are so likable together here, it's ridiculous. And Grant Gustin is so good, he might be the only TV super who could pull off the dash to the big screen. I mean, his freaking name is even a perfect superhero secret identity. Grant Gustin? It's alliterative and everything.
Different face, or is he a different person? How should I know?
Not gonna lie, regeneration may be one of the smartest sci-fi concepts for television ever invented. You could argue that this single idea is what has allowed this show to stay relevant since 1963, with the ability to breathe fresh life into it wherever it's needed. It's a game changer, and well worth a few sins off. Oh, David fucking Tennant, man. The passion, humor, intelligence, charisma, and gravitas he injects into this character in the next 15 minutes defines everything about why this show works. All the respect for my doctor! I'm 63% sure that Vince Guaraldi's incredible music is 91% responsible for 76% of the love these Peanuts specials get. And I'm pretty sure all that math adds up to me having to remove at least 3 sins.
Your ties. Where's yours, Meatmore?
In this cast of very, very funny people, the usually very, very serious Andre Braugher is the standout the majority of the time, which deserves a sin off. You know, had this not been spoiled for me, I would have loved this twist. This laugh. I still remember the echoes across the internet sphere about the shocking reveal for The Good Place, and because this show can firmly grip our attention and deliver a surprise, I'm all for returning a sin. To the sin in shortly, but if there's one thing I love about Steven's universe, it's the body diversity. Look at these 4. Different beautiful shapes, different beautiful sizes, different beautiful skin tones. It's almost like the real world, but with magic gems and such.
Might be a little weird.
What?
So to heal her jewel, he has to spit in his hand, apply it, and then she gets wet again? Do I have that horny? Also, this works. Holy can I say shit? Oh, this is gonna be fun. Thank you for this gift, Daniel Levy.
But look for them!
Seeing Catherine O'Hara embrace this eccentric role is the highlight of this pilot for me. Take us in back, you crazy legend.
What else did he say?
He said you were the best in the parsec.
God bless you, Werner Herzog. Acting in a franchise you probably know nothing about and killing it.
Flip a coin, okay? You and me. You and me. Coin flip is sacred.
Now is as good a time as any to mention how great these two are together, and how much better the show is for it. There's a lot to love about Breaking Bad, but what I love the most might be the chemistry.
This line of work doesn't suit you. Get out before it's too late.
These two have been talking for the past 10 minutes, and I'm transfixed. Cranston is astonishing. Dialogue is meaningful and nuanced, and you can feel the tension leading somewhere. And Crazy 8 saying get out before it's too late is another reminder that this show was designed to break your heart from the very start. The fact that they had the gonads to actually go for it is worth another cent off.
Give me an hour to
I need to collect my wife and kids. Okay, just give me an hour, and then you make the phone call.
Cranston is so good. I've been trying desperately all episode not to give one back, but damn it, Brian. This scene several times to find an obvious CGI moment, and while I think I know when the stuntman merges into the actor, it's very hard to tell. This shot is really impressive. I'm glad to see they spent a little bit of the budget on a stunt well done.